Salam labas, kushi mezien, smiti Aaron. Hey guys, so I am on a cart in Rabat at the Medina. I am going to show you, it's called Mela. You guys know my Arabic is Meshi Mezien. But this district is where, if there is, but there's no more now, the Jewish people were. Now all my information that I'm gonna tell you today about this area, I got it all from ChatGPT. So please, please don't kill me in the comments if anything's wrong, because I'm just going by that. So the Jewish people came to Morocco in the 15th century from Spain. There was apparently some kind of thing happened over there in the 15th century and they were made to leave. And a lot of them came to Morocco. And when they came to Morocco, they were made to be in these districts, which they called this Mala, which in Arabic means salt. Now, they say that there's no like exact reason why these districts are called that, but there is one known fact that's a little disturbing. All right, guys, my driver today is Mohammed. He's right here. He lives here in the Medina. Yeah, so he's driving me to this area. Okay, so back to this, the reason that they say one of the things why it's called that and why they were put in that was one of the jobs that the Jewish people would have here when they came here was one of the most undesirable jobs. Oh, we got a little bump. Was they would preserve the heads of criminals with salt. So, yeah, that's a little disturbing. But that's one of the things that I read. Now there is a synagogue here. I don't think it's in here. I think it's across the street back out there. I'm going to show you the synagogue. But this area, ChatGPT says as of right now, there's only a few, if any, Jewish families still living here. There are plenty of Jews still in Morocco, but they have moved to different neighborhoods. Oh my goodness, is it raining? Is it raining, Mohammed? Ah, Meshi Mezien. I mean, it's Mezien. We need rain, but not for my video. Guys, Morocco, shwiya rain, shwiya, but this seems to be the time that we get more rain. This is my second fall here, and yeah. All right, guys, Mohammed just dropped me off at the entrance of Mala. Guys, inshallah, I'm gonna be so fluent, you're gonna be like, wow, she's Moroccan, but it's not happening right now. So we just got to the entrance. Now, this area is known for its narrow streets, like really small. Right here it's not too bad, but I have been here before. Now that I've been here, I have been here before. I didn't realize that it was that. I just thought it was part of the Medina, which it is, but this is specifically where the Jewish people came when they came from Spain in the 15th century. Oh my God, is George here? George, Aji. Oh my God, he literally looks like George, but he's not as friendly as George. Hi, Bibi. Salam. Aji. Come here. No, you got a crooked ear. You got a crooked ear. All right, guys, I could do this all day, but I promised to show you this place, so let's go. Things are just starting to open up here. There are some early birds, you know, but yeah, guys, Morocco is not known for early birds. You know what I mean? You guys see when I go to the cafe in the morning, like nobody's out, you know? Okay, so like I said, the name of this district, Mela, means salt. And there are many of these throughout Morocco in cities. Now, the one here in Rabat is not really that significant compared to the ones that are in Fez, Marrakesh, and I believe Casa maybe, but those ones are much bigger. This one is smaller, but obviously this one is the closest to me. I feel like whoever has the business of these doors, you're good. Like, you're good. You have business forever. But I love the distinctness of these doors for these shops. As you can see, a lot of stuff is still closed. Here you go. Here's a really small, narrow little street. Now, I do believe you can have, okay, we can have scooters here. I'm not sure about motorcycles, but okay, so look, see like how it's narrow here? Oh my God, more cats, more cats. I'm also gonna go show you the Jewish cemetery. So we're gonna go the synagogue, and we're also gonna show you the Jewish cemetery. And then we'll end up where, what's that place you guys call the Odoas? Kasbah? The Kasbah. You guys, it's very common to see people selling, like men selling cigarettes. I said that in another video. Here you can buy anything in the singular form. Okay, look at this. Very, very cool, guys. Very cool. Okay, this looks like, this is like Fez right here. See how it's all, look at this. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Oh my God, you guys, the architecture, like the trim, look at all that. If you don't know, I mean, if you know, you know. That sign right there means soccer, and that means it's a hanut that sells cigarettes. Look at me listening. Okay, I should shut up about that. Sounds like I'm promoting smoking. I'm not, guys. I just like to inform you of, you know, the information you need. Not that you need that information, but, oh my God, guys, look at that. Look. It's so quiet here right now. What time is it? I think it's like 9:30 in the morning, and it's so, so quiet. And then, of course, throughout the whole Medina, because I've seen these other places, this is where you can wash, I guess, for prayer. I believe that's what it's for. Like, it's not for drinking. I believe it's just for washing for prayer. Oh my God, that looks like Jim. Jim. Oh my God. Jim, are you Jim's cousin? Guys, this looks totally like my cat at home, Jim, except this one looks like a female because very thinner, much thinner, but not in a bad way, like it's hungry, just like female thin. Lots and lots of shopping, guys. You want to shop, you go to the Medina. Now, be forewarned, if you are a tourist, just know, they're going to give you the higher price. But also, remember, in Morocco, if you're from America, you're still going to be surprised for the what you're going to get for your dollar here. Like, it's really, really, like, it's amazing. I love shopping here. Like, seriously, if you're one of those people in America that absolutely love flea markets and yard sales and all that stuff, come to Morocco. Oh my God, what is this? What is this? What is this? Guys, I promise you, I am constantly surprised in Morocco. Like, every time you turn a corner, it's something new. Look at the architecture. Look at the lighting. Look at the grounds. Look at the grounds. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Amazing. I don't even know. Do people live up there? Oh my God. Guys, this is, okay, I'm actually speechless right now because I've actually never seen this area right here. And come to Morocco, guys, for real. Okay, so as you can see, if I can zoom in a little bit, straight ahead is that Kasbah. But we're gonna I wanna find the, look at how cute that is. Guys, so narrow on the sides. Definitely narrow on the sides. I love it. It's like its own little community. I just... Look at the blue. The water's right over there, I think, guys. The water, like, not the ocean. The ocean is this way, but over here is like the river, Slav River. Slav River. There's a lot of Georges. A lot of Georges here in Malaa. All right, guys, one of the not fun, actually, the opposite of fun, is like I was just about to turn a street, because I was like, oh, that looks really cool. But I'm trying to like stay on topic and just do Mala. And I asked a woman, I was like, you speak English? She said, shwiya. I said, shwiya. Mashi mushkil. Is this Mala? And she says, la. So right here behind me and over is Mala. But if you just go one street over here, it's no longer it. So we're going to go find the synagogue. I have no idea where it is. And we're going to find the Jewish cemetery. I think I do know where the Jewish cemetery is. And yeah, we're going to show them. And then the Kasbah's right here. So, yalla. Guys, tell me that this is not absolutely stunning. Like, what? I mean, how do you not get in awe when you see this? All right, another fun fact. So Morocco back in the 20th century had one of the biggest Jewish populations in the Arab world, 250,000, but it has significantly decreased since then, with only approximately 2,000 to 3,000 Jewish people remaining living in Morocco. And the biggest concentration of them is Casablanca. So they're in Casablanca, and in Casa, there are active synagogues, there are Jewish schools, and Casablanca has the only Jewish museum in the whole Arab world. Now, I hate to say Arab because, you know, I guess it depends on who you ask, but for me personally, I don't feel like Morocco is Arab. However, I don't want to get into specifics of it because I really don't know, but like friends of mine that are Moroccan don't consider themselves Arabs, so I kind of, just because I'm friends with them, I just say the same thing. But it doesn't mean, because I know there are people out there that say, yes, we are Arab, but whatever. This is all ChatGPT, so that's why I'm saying Arab, but it is the only one of its kind, the Jewish Museum in Casablanca. It's the only one in the whole Arab world. So I guess if you want to say all of North Africa, even though, you know, I don't know, guys, please don't persecute me in the comments for this stuff. I'm getting all my information from ChatGPT. Yeah, but we're learning today, guys. We're definitely learning. All right, let's go find this synagogue. Fun fact, some people like to feed these. Others like to eat them. Yes, pigeon is something that people eat here. In fact, there's a pastella, a pigeon pastella. Nope. Guys, you guys all want me to teach you English and I can't even speak right. I unknowingly ate pigeon pastella one time last year. I didn't have a problem. I didn't really think anything of it. And then I found out, and then I was like, yeah, no, not for me. Guys, I don't know. It's in my head. You know, I'm used to the birds of chicken and turkey. Dindi? No, baby. Bibi and Jez. But yeah, I don't know if people are here are fattening these guys up, but pigeon is a thing here. And I don't know if there's like a certain kind. Actually, let me zoom in. See in the middle? See those guys in the middle? Are they like special? Like is there a certain kind of pigeon y'all eat here? Or is it just anything that looks like this? But yeah. All right, guys, crazy thing. So this white building right next to me is the synagogue. But there are police on each corner of this place. Like there's one here, there's one across the street. I saw 4. And the police officer was very, very nice. He spoke English. And I told him, you know, I asked him if it's an active synagogue, and he said, yes, it is. If you could see it, there it is right here, the white building right there. I actually didn't know what a synagogue looks like. I don't know if this is a traditional, what it looks like, but to me, it just looks like a building. Like, I don't know. I feel like churches are like, you know, and mosques are like that, but I don't know if it's just this one, but it just looks like an apartment building, honestly. But the police officer said, he said, you take photo? And I was like, no, video. I do YouTube, and I'm showing Mila where the Jewish people came, and he says la. He said la. He said not permissible, and I was like, what? I was very, very surprised, guys. he said it's not permissible to take video. So Smahalia, for those that were like really hoping to look at the synagogue, but we're gonna go to the cemetery. Now, obviously I'm not gonna go in the cemetery, that's disrespectful, but I do wanna show you the area and maybe I can just do a quick overview of it. Hopefully there, I'll be able to get something because so far you're just seeing. All right guys, I'm now walking to the cemetery. I will say this, whoever coordinated this whole Jewish community here back in the 1500s, we didn't do it good because you got the district of where the shops and everybody lived behind me back here. But the synagogue, actually Meshimushkil, it's not that far. It's like 2 blocks that way. But the cemetery is another 18-minute walk this way. So like whoever did the whole planning on like where they put them, Meshimezian. All right guys, I was told that the cemetery is like right on this block, but I'm gonna have to do some investigating because Google actually told me it was behind that building. And there was this place that kind of looked like it could have been it with the walls. But I think we're going to go down here and check it out. Guys, I don't even know. What is it? What is this? Is this a mosque? Or is it apartments? Government? Oh, okay. It's not. What is this place? I don't know, but it's actually really, really beautiful. If you know what this place is right here, I can't read Arabic, but can you guys, let me zoom in on that. What is this place? What is this place? It's beautiful, that's for sure. But, oh my God, guys. Look at this place. All right, let's go down here and see if the cemetery is down here. This has been an adventure. Guys, I swear I've been walking for like 20, 30 minutes trying to find this cemetery. They're really keeping it under wraps. No, I'm just joking. But I did ask like a few Moroccans that were here, and like one of them pointed me in one direction. He was like so sure. He's like, it's over here. No, it wasn't over there. Then I came back to where the original area I was, and somebody else pointed me this way, and we're here. It's right, oh God, I'm bad at that. Right there. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, it's definitely it because obviously it says Cemetery of Israel. But I can't get in. I don't want to go in because, like, you know, I'm not going in, but I thought maybe the doors would be open, but it's not. Let's walk down here and see if I can get any kind of a view in it. All right, guys, I feel like I totally disappointed the Jewish community here in Morocco because I wasn't able to show you the synagogue or even like anything other than this white wall of the cemetery. Smahalia, guys, I'm sorry, but I hope you at least enjoyed seeing the streets of Malaa. But anyway, I got this idea to do this video during my live this morning. And guys, if you're not on my new channel for my lives, what are you doing? Like, shnu? Shnu means what? What are you doing? Because I'm live there Monday through Friday from like 6:30 to at least 8. But anyway, a couple of the people, I forget who it was, and drop it in the comments if you're the person who said it, but someone asked if I had been seen Malaa. I think it was a guy named Jonas, Jonos. I think that's who it was. But they gave me that idea and they said it was a Jewish community. I mean, it used to be, it's not anymore. But yeah, thank you so much for the video idea. So I hope we learned some facts about when the Jews came to Morocco, and now they're mostly in Casablanca and it's only 2,000 to 3,000. So Jewish community has decreased significantly in Morocco, but yeah, they're still here. And there's still a lot of history, and like, you know, like I said, there are, if you go to Casa, you can go to the museum. But yeah, so there are Jews in Morocco, and that's it. All right, guys, Bislama. Bye-bye.